In this video, we are going to talk about reducer function. This is one of the most important and one of the most used higher order function that is used in JavaScript. Okay, so I'm gonna do is make a function. And okay, by the way, first let's see it with the what it comes in with the in MD documentation. Then we will see another whole working of reducer function as well. I'm gonna create an array with 3 elements, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and I'm gonna make a function called add, and this is gonna be equal to this, gonna take into parameters a and b, and gonna return the sum of these two. Okay, so I'm gonna do reducer does what is like it takes in an accumulator. So accumulator is optional, like if you pass in, it would start from that. If you don't pass in, then it would start from 0, and the other value it takes is like the current value which is there. Okay, and combines two values and reducing them to 1. So I'm gonna do is variable reduce. I'm gonna like take its output in this variable. I'm gonna reduce my array. Okay, so I'm gonna apply, this is the built-in function I'm currently using, but I will make it like manually, and to explain the whole explanation of it as well, I wanna reduce it with add. Okay, so this would, so I already explained, this takes in like 2 arguments, so the other is optional. So the current value is like add, and the other one is like accumulator, whatever you pass in or like whatever you define it over here. So you can see this is in reduce, you can pass in the first one is a callback function, and the second argument is initial value. The accumulator is actually the initial value, like where do you want to like start from. Like I want to like start from 0, so 0, so it would reduce. So reduce is basically combining two values and reducing it to 1. So let's 0 plus 1, so it would go over here 0 plus 1, and I'm gonna return it 1. Then it would go again, this time the accumulator would be gone, and it would start from like 1. The accumulator is now 1. Okay, 1 plus 2, and it's gonna be 1 plus 1, so 0 plus 1, and then 1 plus 2 is gonna be 3. Okay, 1 plus 2 is gonna be 3, and then it's gonna come back over here, and then it's gonna go back 3 plus 3, and it's gonna give us 6. Let's try to print it out, and let's debug this code as well. So we got 6. Okay, so let's try to debug it. I want to watch this reduce as well. Just declaring an array, and then we are gonna be declaring an add function, and then so we are over here my array, and we are reducing with the add function. Add function is a comma b, and there is our array, and this is gonna be 1 to 3. So let's step in again, came over here, a is now 0. The first value is gonna be 0 that we passed it from here. Okay, it's gonna be 0, and the other value is, let's see, the other value is gonna be 1, which is this. Okay, the first value is gonna be 0 that we passed in over here, and the second value is gonna be taking in from the whatever is at 0 index, and add in those two and return that. Okay, so now is 1, it's gonna run again, 1 plus 2. So okay, so this time it's gonna be 2, and you can see that, and after that we get reduced to be 6. Okay, and if I like change its value accumulator to like something else like 6, so 6 plus 1, you can see is 7, then 7 plus 2 is gonna be 9, 9 plus 3 is gonna be 12. So its output is gonna be like 12, I think. Let's try to refresh it. Yeah, the output is not 12. And if we like do this, and we're gonna step in step in again. So you can see a value is now 6 because we passed in 6 from it. So we already like debug it, but let's see the higher order preview of this function as well. So I'm gonna do is make a function, copy array and manipulate. So this would take in 3 parameters, and one is gonna be the array, the other is gonna be like, let's say, how to combine, and then the third argument is gonna be like our accumulator, or in this case I'm gonna call it like building up. Okay, so we will loop over for let I is equal to 0 for each element. We will loop over. So in reduce we didn't use loop, so reduce was like automatically like looping over each element. So you have to like understand it, this adds in some loop. Okay, so array dot length, and then I plus plus, and for each element we want to do what, let's first make in our functions complete our add function, and this is gonna be add is equal to a comma b, and this is gonna be a plus b. Okay, and then I'm gonna do is we define a function, and then we are gonna pass in the values to this. Okay, copy array and manipulate. I'm gonna pass in, the first is our array, so we have to define the array const my array is equal to 1 2 3. Okay, so I'm gonna pass in over here my array. So this is our first argument to this parameter. The second argument, how to combine, is gonna be like our function definition. Okay, so I'm gonna pass in the function definition over here. Next is gonna be, this is one is I'm gonna use as an accumulator, so I'm gonna pass a start from 0. Okay, so let's use this. So I'm gonna like whatever the output is like gonna be like accumulator, so it's gonna like track of the like when it combines two values, add them, and it's gonna like take in a store its output in the like building up, like it's gonna like act as like accumulator. Okay, so building up is equal to we are gonna like call our add function, and inside of that we're gonna pass in the current value of building up and the other values like whatever we want to do with that. Okay, so we're gonna call how to combine, and inside of first is I'm gonna like call the building up, and then I'm gonna pass in the second as array into whatever the current element of I is. Okay, so after our loop ends, I want to like return the building up. Okay, and let's take its output into our variable result is equal to, and let's print out to see if it's working, and then I'm gonna explain it. I want to like remove these breakpoints for now. I'm gonna like remove this, and let's do this again, and yes, it's working fine. We got 6. Okay, so same thing, we just this is like a higher order preview of how the reduce function is like working under the hood. So what it does is like it takes in each element and like combines them, like iterates over each element of them, and like call a function which we like create or whatever, and then we track of the current value which acts as an accumulator. Call this accumulator, and we're gonna like track of this whatever the, so first it's gonna be like passing 0 comma the 1, and it's gonna go over here 0 comma 1 and 0 plus 1, and it's gonna like store it in building up. Is now gonna be like 1, and then it's gonna like do it again, and then again it's gonna store 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 into 3, and it's gonna run again. That's how it works. That's it for this video. See you in the next video.